Chris, what is our fourth main topic today?
Our fourth topic comes from Nate Evans. I saw Will Smith surprised Martin Lawrence with an announcement of Bad Boys 4. Since Bad Boys 3 was the highest grossing movie of its year, do you think Bad Boys 4 will accomplish something similar, or will Will Smith's slap hurt the franchise's momentum?
All right, thanks a lot for sending that in. You know what? I admit it. I'm not a huge Bad Boys guy. I like the first couple ones.
Well, what you gonna do, dude?
Yeah, I liked them. The recent one, though, that came out during the pandemic and everything, that was really charming.
It was good.
Man, that scene, I laughed. It was tender, and yet I laughed out loud so bad when Will Smith's in the hospital, he's in his coma, and Martin Lawrence is there coloring his beard for him and all that kind of, seriously, they did so much right in that. Not one of the greatest films of all time, but they did so much right, and I really enjoyed it. And not only because they kind of set it up at the end, which who cares if they set it up, I thought a fourth film was inevitable. Now, it came a little bit into question a little under a year ago when Will Smith made the worst decision of his life to, at the Academy Awards, because he didn't like a joke somebody told on a stage, that he thought it was cool to walk up on stage and physically assault a person on stage. Bad mistake. It could have been worse, but bad mistake. And it lost him a couple of projects. And one of the projects that was then in question was, will the studio still want to go ahead with another Bad Boys? Now, I think it was Rothman who said, yeah, listen, we're absolutely going to do another Bad Boys at some point. 100% we're going to. And now it is. And we can go over to either my screen or your screen there, Jonathan. So Will Smith got on social media. They made this little video announcing that a new Bad Boys. He drives to Martin Lawrence's house and they talk about it. They kind of make a joke, but it's true. They said, man, we really messed up on naming the last one, because the last one was called, it was Bad Boys 3, but it was named Bad Boys for Life. He goes, that totally should have been the name of this movie. So they were right about that. And it was this very jovial, loose, free, happy kind of an announcement, all that kind of stuff. And listen, I will tell you right now, I'm looking forward to it because I really like the last film. And I'm still a big fan. Like, I hate what he did. But I'm still a big fan of Will Smith. So, I love watching him on screen. I do. I'm not going to lie, though. The lighthearted, fun kind of nature of it. And listen, maybe it's just me. Look, I'm acknowledging it very well could just be just me. It felt a little out of place. It's been less than a year since the slap incident. And it almost felt like to me, this was kind of just pretending that thing never happened. Although, what are we expecting him to do? First of all, before I make this announcement, everybody, let me once again reiterate that I'm very sorry for what I did last year. Like what? Were we expecting him to do that? But I admit it felt a little bit weird to me. And I think Emancipation kind of proved that I don't know that the general public is over it yet. Because Emancipation is a film that, listen, Emancipation didn't end up being as good as I was hoping it would be in general, but it also didn't get people watching it the way I think it would have gotten if it was released 1 year and 1 week ago. You know what I mean? Like pre-slap. It's almost like we can break down our eras now. 1 year, PS, pre-slap, and then PS post-slap. It did not get the attention. Just people were not ready to go and watch Will Smith. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe if the slap never happened, maybe nobody still would have watched Emancipation. But to me, it felt like a movie that would have gotten a lot of attention. And it just didn't get the attention it could have. Maybe they needed to wait another year to do. I don't know. I'm just kind of grasping at straws here. But Rob, you had a chance to see the announcement. I'm looking forward to the movie. How do you think the announcement came across? Do you think people are going to be excited about it? How do you feel? Here's
what I loved about this announcement. The two gentlemen that directed Bad Boys for Life directed Batgirl. And they're coming back to direct this movie.
Yeah, they did a great job with that.
And I thought they did a really good job. And I know they directed a couple episodes of Miss Marvel.
Yep, they did a great job on that too.
But to see these guys, in terms of, I can't imagine what it's like to be a director. You finally become directors. You work together. I can't imagine a more public humiliation that they personally must have felt. I don't think that people hold it against them, but I can't imagine, like you said, having directed myself, if that happened to a project I made, How do you bounce back from that in the industry?
Especially a high profile.
Very
project.
high profile
Yeah.
that people are still talking about.
And which we're going to be talking about in a couple of minutes.
I
here.
know. And this is so cool. I was so happy to see this for them. And they earned it. It's what got them the Batgirl gig, to see him come back. And in a way, maybe it's a redemption story for both Will and these directors. And I can't wait. I hope the movie's great. I hope they get everything out of it that they want. I hope Martin Lawrence's career continues on apace. I hope the movie makes a lot of money. And I hope Tom Rothman's happy.
Anyway, Chris, you saw the announcement. I thought the last movie was really good. I'm excited about watching it regardless of anything else. What do you think about this?
I haven't seen a bad boy movie.
Really?
No, I haven't seen any of them. But if they're bad boys for life, I mean, I don't know. Isn't his behavior just okay? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to make of any of this. I think the movie-going audience, your common moviegoer, they all still do have their own opinions on this. They were still making jokes at the Oscars about the slap, so I don't think anyone's over it. Some people are saying to move on. Other people are making light of it. Some people in the chat here too are saying, hey, he assaulted somebody. That's not something I'm going to forget easily. It's always going to be a thing. It's just going to be a thing in his career. And whether
That's why
you
he's a
are
bad boy.
Yeah, that's whether you forgive him for what he did, do not support what he did, think he was justified for what he did. You're completely entitled to your own opinion. I'm wondering how it's going to affect his box office moving forward. But if studios believe in him and are banking on, doing these sequel productions with him, I think maybe they think that the general moving-going audience, at least, or the Bad Boys audience, will go, hey, I'll go see him do that.
Well, look, there's also a case to be made here for this too. Remember, this movie is not going to come out tomorrow.
Right.
This movie's probably a year away from coming out. They're probably, if they're announcing it now, they're probably going into production pretty soon. And maybe one could make an argument, the project to help people get over something, let's face it, it's heavy. When an individual decides to, what's supposed to be a public safe space, walk up on stage and physically hit somebody else. Maybe a movie like Emancipation isn't the movie that's going to help people move past it.
Right.
Maybe a movie like Bad Boys is the kind of movie that can help people. And again, it's going to be another year away.
I have to speak, though, directly to Chris about this.
Yeah.
First of all, the first Bad Boys is a lot of fun.
Yes, it is.
But Bad Boys 2 is one of the most ridiculously, gloriously over-the-top action extravaganzas. It's Michael Bay. People say that Armageddon is their Michael Bay guilty pleasure. Mm-hmm. I love Armageddon. I don't consider it a guilty pleasure. Bad Boys 2. If you want to talk about a Michael Bay guilty pleasure, there is nothing you can point to more than Bad Boys 2 and go, I can't even believe what they did in this movie. It is so gloriously over the top.
My only frame of reference for it is how much they love it in Hot Fuzz, and that's enough for me. I should see this film. I believe
Which,
Andy
by the
has
way,
impeccable taste.
It's another movie everybody should see.
Or
Is
it's
Hot
not
Fuzz.
Andy's.
Oh,
Shoot.
yeah.
Okay, I'm going to throw some out there. Maybe everybody will disagree. I think there was a missed opportunity in this announcement. I think they should have employed a Tom Cruise kind of marketing approach here. Because when Tom Cruise's popularity was slipping a number of years ago, along came Tropic Thunder. And he decided to go whole hog into this wild, one of the best characters we've seen in movies in a long time. Les Grossman. They still need to make a Les Grossman movie. I think there might have been an opportunity here. And I don't know, maybe it would have been really badly received, and maybe this is why I'm not in PR. But if when he showed up at Martin Lawrence's house and Lawrence said something disparaging to him and Will goes like that and then didn't, I don't know. I think maybe that if he could have made a joke out of it himself and made a joke at his own expense of it, I don't know. I think maybe there might have been an opportunity there for that.
I mean, they could have done that with the directors too. Like they're walking off the Warner lot going, F those guys. And Will Smith could have pulled up in a car. Hey guys, you want a job? And then got to Martin Lawrence's house.
I don't know. Maybe it would have backfired. I don't know. Guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Are you a fan of the Bad Boys franchise? What did you think about the most recent one? I'll be honest with you. It's actually my favorite one of the franchise. The directors of the last one are coming back. Is it the right time for it? However you guys feel about it, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. We want to thank a sponsor of this video, MasterClass. MasterClass offers classes on a wide variety of topics, all taught by world-class instructors at the very top of their fields. Each class is broken out into individual video lessons, usually around 10 minutes long. And MasterClass is completely accessible on your phone, the web, smart TV, and available via audio mode to listen to classes on the go. They have over 2,500 video lessons from over 180 of today's most brilliant minds. They're all available anytime, anywhere on iOS, Android, desktop, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku. Now, obviously around here on the John Campea Show, we love our movies, so why not learn filmmaking from Jodie Foster, or maybe directing from Ron Howard himself, or the great Neil Gaiman doing his masterclass on the art of storytelling. And you guys have heard me talk about my favorite masterclass, Business Strategy and Leadership by Big Papa Iger himself, Bob Iger, the new and returning CEO of Disney. So guys, I highly recommend that you check it out. Get unlimited access to every class, and as a John Campea Show listener, you get 15% off an annual membership. Just go to masterclass.com/Campea now. That's masterclass.com/Campea for 15% off Masterclass.